Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we're currently working on solidifying our power a little bit, and to that end, I'd like to expand our power base, so let's go ahead and work on that. We can put in a couple of bureaucrats, or well, a bureaucrat and a socialite here. What is available for free? This is 143 phase duration. That's spicy. Okay, that is very spicy. So if we want to bring this down, we're going to want to bring in, like, this guy. We could bribe him, and that would actually do the trick. Or we could just wait until we get scheme advantages. And to be honest, that may be the route that we want to go here. So, yeah, let's just work on that for now. This is going to be pretty slow for the moment, but we'll work on accelerating that a little later on. Now, this grand tournament is, of course, opening, and the idea here is that we're looking to get some influence out of this. I don't know if we get influence out of it, but let's see what we've got going on anyway. So the grand tournament is now open, and the question is, do we want to try to qualify for any of these? Well, Triumph is our intent, so it's not our actual intent, but we can see what we get here. Our score would increase slightly, so that would guarantee us to qualify. And then we can at least see if we manage to succeed any of this. It's a little unlikely. It's a little unlikely. But we will see. We've got 50 days here. We should go to the temple, and we can get a 50-50. Nope. No score increase there. That's fine. We'll be able to go to the tourney grounds again here in a moment. So we can lose 42 stress or 65% chance of our score going up. Our score did go up, so that looks good. We'll see how this ends up going. War was declared on our liege, and why did it sound like our stress went up? I don't know. Our stress did not go up, so that's absolutely fine. He is currently requesting troops. Our brother is. No. That's not going to be a thing. That's going to come back into the fold over here eventually anyway. He's attacking the Emperor. Why is he doing this? It's a war against tyranny. He's alone. Okay. I don't know why he's trying to do this. Well, let's see how we do in our tournament. This is no way to win. I don't want to gain stress. So this is fine. I'll teach him to show his back to me. Our score will increase a bit. And we're at 83 right now. 37%, 31, 26. Okay, so that liver looks vulnerable. And... okay. Looks like we won this one. Fantastic. We didn't win the entire event. We just won the toss-up. Oh, we tossed him up. Right, okay. Victory. Cool. So that was the quarterfinals there. So that's understood. I'm not too concerned about that war. I'm wondering, though, if he gets deposed, we'll just immediately go to our son? That could be awkward, but also not necessarily a bad thing. So, here in the semifinals, we can do this. We're starting at 84% progress to victory. So, let's see here. Well, we're going to get a dislocated finger, possibly. Yeah, this is probably not going to help, but let's see. It actually worked. That was only a 20% chance. So, 37% here. Yeah, this is the same. So, we'll see what happens here, and we won. Fantastic. So we might actually be able to win this wrestling competition remarkably. We will see. Okay, here's the finals. So we made it to the finals. Our score would increase moderately, and yeah, let's make this quick. Okay, so once again, that liver does look vulnerable. And we won again. Remarkable. That's actually kind of shocking. Victory! Okay, so do we want to execute these builders? Sometimes calamity cannot be avoided. There we go. Ah, our wife was killed when her tournament stand collapsed. Okay, so that was her who died. that's not the worst thing in the world. Not one day too soon. We lose some stress. Excellent. Also, we won. We actually won. So that is shocking. But that's absolutely fine. So back out over here, I want to get some upgrades going in some of these cities. So let's grab a blacksmith upgrade. And now we should get married. And I want to marry someone with high stewardship. You will work. Why not? Excellent. So that looks good, and she is set to manage domain, so you can see we're at 7 of 8 now. That means that we can hold another location, like this. So I would love to do a boundary dispute, but we can't do that until our grand tournament is over. So for now, let's see how this duel goes. Let's see. 75 prestige is fine. We're currently guaranteed to qualify, but only just. Okay, our stewardship perk is available. We should definitely take something here. Golden aplomb. Okay, that's not really going to help us because we don't have stress right now, but that's cool. We recalled a previous tournament victory. That was like a week ago. Okay. We're going to hop over to the temple here, and what do we got going on here? 150 prestige. Done. So we'll take the prestige. Oh, this went up quite a lot, actually. Our glory is widely known, indeed. We went up to illustrious. And we'll see how this goes. I don't necessarily expect to win this, but 20% chance of our ploy succeeding here. Ooh, this is not a great event. Well, there's only one thing for it. We'll see if those offhand lessons paid off. It did not. So that's not terribly surprising. We are once again wounded and scarred. So that's understood. 36%. Okay, well, remember our training? Yeah, we were knocked out in the first round. Honestly, I'm shocked that didn't happen in the wrestling. So that's okay. However, we could say he cheated and disqualify him, but no, we're not going to do that. We're wounded. We can sit this one out. Okay. So that's fine. An interesting round indeed. A new governance issue has appeared. So we should go grab that, but before we do, we're going to have other things that we need to do. Okay, so I want to check in on this situation here. So 13 reasons and 38 reasons. Okay. So we could pay this guy 337 gold. We could offer him prestige. But what we really need here is scheme advantages. Okay, so we finished up a construction there. What do we got going on here? Somebody won, presumably. Yeah, that's fine. So the duel contest is currently over. There we go. So we're not currently qualifying for the horse race. Let's hop over to the tourney grounds. And yeah, let's watch our opponents and learn their weaknesses. Now we're guaranteed to qualify. And we hopefully will recover from this injury fairly soon. Do we have a court physician? No, we don't. Let's bring in this guy. He's only average, but that'll be fine for now. And then you can be on control plagues. So that looks good. And then I don't think we need to seek treatment. I think he should automatically come to us, right? Pretty sure. No. Well, that's interesting. Huh. That's very, very interesting. It's not that expensive either. It's not a... We can press the button here, but we need some more gold, and we need our grand tournament to be over. So maybe after the grand tournament. For now, we can go to the tourney grounds. Sure. That seems fine. And we're going to head over to the temple very shortly, but actually, we're ready to go here. So we qualified for the horse race contest. There we go. And it doesn't really matter. Okay. So we were just overthrown as regent and imprisoned. That's very rude. That got rid of all of those schemes. So that's very, very rude. This is why we didn't really want to be regent all that much. But my question is, can we still do this? Apparently, yes. Okay. Well, we can ransom ourselves back. This is fine. But it's definitely obnoxious. So we can't expand power base. We can go back to swaying to Basilius. But I don't know that we even need to do this. So at this point, what we should do is, well, we can't actually... Oh, we can do the boundary dispute. Wait, did the tournament just go away because we were imprisoned? It did. That's wild. The tournament just vaporized. Okay. Well, that's exciting stuff. Good to know. So this boundary dispute here, that means that there's a lot of reasons why we do not want to be regent. So that's very good to know. Very, very good to know. So at this point, I want to put in a bureaucrat, a socialite. We can go with cheaper people than we were going for previously. So this will be much, much, much faster. So we now need somebody who can drop this by at least 21 days. So this guy would do. Beautiful. And then as far as any of these go, 29. That looks good. What do we got in here? 28. Yeah, this is going to go fast. And 34. Yeah, absolutely free. So that looks good. We're going to be able to hold that personally because we're at 7 of 8 domain. So that is absolutely great. We can exhort our subjects, and I think it just turned off notifying when that decision is available. I did indeed. And then if we hop back into our decisions, we're too preoccupied to act as regent right now. Okay, that's exciting. So we have the gold, but we don't fulfill all of the requirements. We'll gain stress because we're humble. I don't really mind that. We have to be the regent in order for this to happen. Okay, so that's good to know. We're not the regent right now. So that, of course, means that we should go back to swaying our liege and see if he'll appoint us as the regent. So our brother is, you know, causing problems. He's losing that war pretty hard, and that's absolutely fine. Now, I do want to head out and deal with the overdue taxes out over here. So do we need the Merc Guards? No, we don't. The Desert Warrior is good enough. So let's head on out there. Perfect. Okay. Off we go. So we've got a lot of gold on hand right now, and we should probably invest that gold. We'll get an Imperial Textile Workshop going on, a new Martial Lifestyle perk. Okay. I mean, Bellum Justum would be pretty okay. So would Serve the Crown, to be honest. We'll take that for the moment. Okay, so that looks good. Out in Tiberius, 150 gold? Yeah, just give me that. So we're going to build a caravanserai upgrade out here. Excellent. We visited the Great Mosque of Damascus. Sure. And we'll be arriving out over here shortly. So 75 prestige and 24 dread. 36 dread and an act of tyranny because we behead a camel. Okay. We're just going to take the prestige and dread. Thank you very much. So here we are arriving at the location. So 60% chance or 95% chance. Well, that's an easy choice. We'll take the 95% chance, and we'll gather what produce we can and sell half to better develop the area. I think that's definitely a good choice here. Development level going up by 1. We gain 120 influence and 344 gold. Yeah, this is by far the best option. So we'll take that. And of course, that's money that we can further invest over here. I don't want to invest any money in an artifact right now. We'll get a hospital upgrade going, and that's pretty much all of that gold gone, but that's not shocking. Okay, so we're going to get this back under control shortly, and we can see none of this up here is within our realm. What's the duchy situation here? Okay, so this duchy is currently created. We would be holding this. What's the de jure capital? This is the de jure capital. Okay. So that's going to be a little bit awkward for us then. And then there's Amman out over here, which we already hold. So we should probably go after Ma'ab here, to be honest. We can declare this war basically right now, seizing the province of Amman de jure. And that's only 160 prestige to do that. It's way cheaper than a duchy expansion. So if we do that, this will be absolutely fine, and it'll clean up this area right over here. We are vastly superior to this guy, and we should have no problem whatsoever with this. But we have too many counties. That's understood. We're going to raise up all of our forces here, and we're going to head right on in. Okay, so that looks fine for now. Our son has smallpox, and we successfully treated him. I think he'll be okay. Most likely. He should be fine, hopefully. If he dies, it's not the end of the world. We would have to change this around, but it's not the biggest of deals. So he'll hopefully recover from that. Fingers crossed. There's definitely a bit of a smallpox outbreak over here, though, isn't there? There definitely is. We could enter seclusion here, or isolate the capital. I think we'll go ahead and enter seclusion for now. So we're going to gain secluded for 5 years, which will reduce the chance of infection by 75%. So that'll be fine for now. If we caught smallpox at this moment, problems would ensue. So we definitely don't want that to happen. Now, I'm thinking that we're going to finish this siege. There we go. And we're going to then split off some forces here. So, Ballistri, the trebuchets, like so. And then a few levy forces, somewhere around, I don't know, 10k-ish. Sure, something like that. These guys are going to go stack wipe these lads, while these go finish up the siege. That's the idea here, anyway. So we'd like to have a siege leader here, and that would end up being no one. We don't have a siege leader available. So we're going to bring this guy. Okay. So that seems fine. We'll easily stack wipe this. That's not a concern. Okay. War is over. And our liege ended their war as well. So our brother has been imprisoned. He was moved to house arrest. He's still the viceroy for right now. This war is over. We're going to enforce those demands. And we'll disband our troops. Now, we don't want to hold Amman or Ma'ab. So we're going to grant these out. Maybe? We'll maybe grant these out? There we go. There was the button. Wow, that was exciting. That was a lot of clicking for that to actually happen. I have to assume there was a problem with the message box hitbox there. Huh. Wild. So for right now, that's fine. We've already got this duchy under our control, so that looks good. Now, let's check in on the status of our son. So he is 23. He's in poor health right now, but I think he'll be okay. So he's stubborn, and he's also having the reduced disease symptoms. I think he'll recover here. So that looks good. Now, we're at 20 advantages here. We should absolutely execute this scheme. We just entered into an entrenched regency with our brother. Okay, this is our liege's power sharing. This is our regent and Raban. Huh. Is he in charge because we secluded ourselves? Maybe. He's self-interested. For now, fill coffers. We'll just leave that be. So I do want to grant this over to someone else, but Zugar, I want to hold ourselves. Ayla is going to need to be held, or rather, this would be the county capital. Yeah, this is the county capital. So this would need to be granted out. We could replace the watchtowers here with something that would be money generating, like a trade port, actually. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll grant that out. Zugar, we want to hold ourselves. This is pretty okay, actually. We could swap out the camelry for something like windmills, and we'll get that underway. So that looks good. We're hoping that this smallpox goes away pretty soon, and only a 4% chance. That's not great. 900 gold and an active tyranny. We'll do it. So that seems okay, and let's go ahead and upgrade our conscription centers here in Jerusalem. So everything is looking great here. Okay, this guy is no longer a ruler. So Rum is broken up. This is currently held by our liege. Huh. We could invest heavily in ourselves. Interesting. This is the Kingdom of Rum, the kingdom title. So this guy's probably going to grant it out eventually. Probably. So if we were to influence the candidacy of ourselves, this would be 2658 to put ourselves in the lead. Now, we can't invest this much due to the investment capacity. So that is, of course, a bit of a problem. Our brother never should have done that war against tyranny. I don't know why he did that, but he should not have done it. So that's definitely a bit of a setback over here. The plan was for him to remain the ruler until he passed it to our son, and then we would die, and we would be our son, and we would have it. That was the plan. That plan is no longer valid. So, yeah, that's definitely not a thing. If we were to... He's going to grant it to someone, but I'm guessing he's going to grant it out over this way. Where's the de jure capital of this? De jure capital is here. He personally holds that. Huh. That's going to be interesting. He released our brother from prison. I don't know why our brother even tried to fight that war. He should not have, but it's okay. So our son is no longer infected with smallpox. That is a good thing, of course. My real question right now, and abundant flora, huh? It's kind of a waste of gold, to be honest. Okay, so my question right now is our liege just going to sit on this kingdom title? He probably can. He can. He can definitely just sit on this kingdom title. That's certainly interesting. I don't think now is the time to go for it. Okay, he gave us Ultra Jourdain. That's good. We wanted that for sure. So that's absolutely excellent. Over here in Serbia, we could definitely look to do something here. So if we influenced our own candidacy... Yeah, that would be a lot. I think our own candidacy is problematic here. We have to have this be our son's candidacy. I'm pretty sure. So this would be 1,004 to put him in there. For now, I'm just going to do a major contribution. And I want to see where that puts him. Yeah, that puts him here. Okay. So we just need to beat 213, and that's definitely something that we can do. I don't want the province of Sicily here. Let's just do it this way. So this would be dropping down him. We can't change the candidacy here. Okay, we have to do it from here. That's a little bit obnoxious. So this is the Viceroyalty of Serbia. That's the Byzantine Empire there. That's the Kingdom of Rum. Where's the Viceroyalty of Serbia in here? Pretty sure it's in here. Well, I don't see it there. It might well be in there, but I do not see it at this moment. So that's understood. If we want to get this guy up to the top here, it would be 222. So we'd hit an investment capacity issue. We can't increase this because we had that imprisonment, and we can't do that for a long time, actually. So we could do a promote scheme here to increase a character's candidate score. If successful, gains opinion of you, gains promoted, providing boosted candidate score for all titles with appointment succession or acclamation succession. So I think what we want to do is we want to come in here and do that on our son, like this. So we would start this scheme, and in order to get this going, we would 106 days, noted. We can put this guy in here, and then we'd need 47 days. So any of these would do the trick. So we could then bribe this guy. We could give him prestige, or we could just leverage advantages. That'd be absolutely fine. As far as people in here go, we can probably boost this up enough. So yeah, this guy would be free. What do we got here? This would be free, and this is good enough at this point. We don't need any additional success chance here. So we would want to drop down our phase duration. And it would need to be a 47 or higher, so any of these three would do. They would all be perfectly equivalent in that regard. So that's fine. We can just wait for the scheme advantages, and to be honest, I think that's probably the way to go at this point. Like, this is going to go pretty quickly anyway. So that seems relatively fine for now. Okay, so back down over this direction, we can take a look at what we've got going on over here. In Jerusalem, I would definitely like to upgrade our caravanserai. This is actually the penultimate upgrade in Jerusalem. We're going to need another caravanserai upgrade after this. So let's take a quick peek at this smallpox plague. It's slowly happening. We will hopefully get out of that soon. So our son is the only court chaplain that we can appoint right now. That's kind of wild. And we have acquired smallpox. I was really hoping that that wouldn't happen, but it has. So we're going to pay some gold to bring in somebody with a good aptitude. And we'll see if we survive this. However, we absolutely need to get some... Oh, we're ticking. We should... No, stop. Do not be ticking. Our daughter is now our player heir? Oh, right, because this guy's our Raban. Okay. That's a little awkward, for sure. And we can't replace him because we don't have revocable clerical appointment. But it's fine for our daughter to be our heir. She has children. It should be okay. This guy is 11 stewardship. It's fine. It's fine. But I'd definitely prefer that that not be the case. If we designate him our heir, would he unbecome the Raban? I don't know. He was the only option. So I really do want to have a Raban going. So we're going to have to do some work on our succession. We're currently dying, and we will see if we survive this smallpox plus wound, but awkwardness definitely occurred there. No doubt about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.